Broadcasting live from the mixed-up world of Hyrule, this is the SpeedGaming Live 2021 Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament Qualifiers number 10. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Bobtastic, and joining me today on commentary in a minute here will be Impulsive. He's on the road right now, but he'll be in the booth shortly. Today, we are showcasing a couple of runners from this race, which has a, I'm assuming, significant number of racers in it. I actually haven't pulled up the race time, but I will. But yeah, there are plenty of racers in this race. These are but two of the excellent racers we have. We've got Gamachu and Moogle Charm, both of which are pretty ridiculous at this game. Now, for those of you unaware of how this thing works, we've got this is the standard setting item randomizer, meaning we're going to start from the uncle's house and have to do the escape section, and we're going to have a sword. We're also going to have boots to start with, but we have altered the item pool to make things a little more interesting. You're only going to have up to 3 maximum swords, 1 maximum shield, 2 maximum bottles. The bow and silver arrows are separate items and they are not progressive. And you can get the blue mail, but not the red mail. And in terms of hearts, there are 3 big hearts in the pool, one of which is the Sank heart, and 32 heart pieces in the pool. So the vast majority of hearts will come from heart piece pickups. This is the 10th of 15 qualifiers. There will be 5 more after this one. So you do have time to get in there if you want to, if you haven't started. If you want to just get in there and do it. But we are starting here with everybody's favorite Big 20 in the chat there. And we get an early map check with a single crystals 1 and 3 on Eastern and Desert, respectively, and the red pendant up on Tower of Hera. Generally, the specific pendant is not that pendant or crystal are not that important, unless, of course, we're talking about the green pendant or crystals 5 and 6. But there you go. Oh, hello! We've got a flute to start off with. That is a heck of a find early. All right, both runners now heading down into the Hyrule Castle basement. Moogle Charm having a fist fight with a green guard here. And we've seen a couple of pieces of heart so far. And thus far, no small key just yet. We know there's going to be a small key at some point. And there it is, from the boomerang chest. Alright, Gamachu will now be heading down to the basement, where we can find Zelda. And then we'll just have to drag Zelda out. Now, of course, the best possible item that the runners could find at this very moment would be the mirror. If you find the mirror, you can get out of escape in a dang hurry. Gamachu going with pot strats on the ball and chain guard here. Going to be pretty careful not to get himself stuck talking to that door. Fair enough, finding the Triforce in the chest would be a little better. That being said, I don't think it's in the item pool. All right. Both runners now making their way out of escape. The boot strats here. So most runners, if you're coming out of escape without boots, you'll go around those green guards and up the stairs and then off to the side there. But because of the boots, dashing down the bottom stairs and then across and up is a little faster. Uh-oh, Gamachu is now playing as the song of his people. Blue rupee in the dark cross chest. I just love dashing into that key rat there, because more often than not, he'll just be right there next to the torch when you dash left. Alright, pretty sure we haven't seen the map yet. And there it is. 300 rupees and a ether medallion for Gamachu. All right. Gamachu has reached the sanctuary at about 5:18, and there's half magic, except it's a single magic decanter, because that is not in the pool either. Which I didn't mention in my little recap at the top, but it is the case. All right, looks like Gamachu is going to go off and check the lumberjack cave. I'm actually a fan of this in this particular mode, because you start with a sword and boots, so the likelihood of needing to go to the lumberjack cave just goes up. But not today, as we have just a bunch of bombs sitting on the ledge. Alright, Gamachu heading into the Lost Woods now. While Moogle Charm is basically copying the route from just before. There's a shield lying on the ground that Gamachu has no interest in. To be honest, the only shield I'd be interested in getting is the fire shield, and that's not in the pool, so there you go. Though we did just get a glove out of the Lost Woods hideout. Gamachu with another knowledge bomb. Literally having a bomb underneath that rock there. I honestly didn't know it was there. Alright, we got a shovel in Blind's hut, and there's our blue mail, which I will always be on board with. Now, Gamachu and Moogle were simultaneously clearing out different 5-chest locations. But we did just get the glove in the well. That's glove number 2. That's ridiculous. There is no need to fear, for the swag duck is here, even if it's not clear where he comes from. I wonder where he waits between the trips that you make. If forced to guess, I'd say, off with Link's mom. Okay. So I don't know what that was, but moving on. Alright, so now Gamachu is heading into the chicken hut and gets that shield that he didn't want anyway. Moogle, unfortunately, realizing a little too late that he didn't get the bombs, or he doesn't have any more bombs. And, and of course there's some in the back of the tavern, because that is just how it goes. So ordinarily, I'd expect our runners to, check the library and then go look at the race game and then flute away in this scenario. But because they have the shovel, and well, he just picked up a bottle, so maybe you just, well, I guess you probably flute to 3 if you're gonna go back to town. But yeah, with the shovel, you go off and do the dig spot real quick. Whoa! There's our moon pearl. You actually have access to a reasonable portion, potentially a reasonable portion of Misery Mire right now, which is kind of dumb, and I love it. I mean, I feel a hook shot in Mire coming. Oh, and there is a bow at the dam or the sunken treasure location. Alright, here's your mini Moldworm Cave, and Moogle picks up a book at the Sick Kid. I imagine Gamachu will be checking the Sick Kid shortly. Oh, sick ether strats this early. Feels good. But the contents of Mini Moldworm Cave does not feel good. It is, in fact, hot garbage. Alright, so Gamachu is fluting to 1, so he's going to go check the old man, which is an interesting play here. Probably just going to rescue the old man, maybe check Spectacle Rock, and bail, because can't really do anything else. Alright, so Gamachu is now up on Death Mountain, getting bodied by dead rocks and cabbages, and getting 20 rupees for his trouble. And he's just peacing out right now. Fair enough. He's going to 6. He's going to check the ledge here, and he's going over to Agina's cave, apparently. Right, because he doesn't have the book. Whereas Moogle Charm is actually going inside desert here. Oh my god! The lamp in Agina's cave. That is a little unfortunate for Moogle Charm, because with that lamp, Moogle Charm would actually be able to complete desert here. Gamachu going for the King's Tomb play. Thing is, I imagine that Moogle Charm will probably leave here and go check Agina's cave, get the lamp, and then be conflicted. Do I want to go back in? I don't know. Alright, there's a map. The next chest is going to be the big key. Meanwhile, Gamachu is taking that lamp and the bow and heading over to Eastern Palace, which seems like a perfectly reasonable play given the items that Gamachu has found. And the big chest of desert is the compass, so there is an item on the boss. So Gamachu is now going to peace out of the dungeon, but because he's walking out of the dungeon and not saving and quitting, we can pretty much be assured he's going to go straight to Agina's cave here. And that is, in fact, what happens as Moogle Charm goes to get the lamp out of Agina's cave, and it looks like my co-commentator has made it home. How you doing? Maybe not. We'll see. I can't hear anything from my co-commentator right now. And Moogle Charm going back into desert immediately. That's the play.
Hello?
Hello!
Ah, there we go. Hello. All right, so looks like it's been quite an eventful game so far.
And yes, hello to Impulsive, who's my co-commentator. Yeah, it has been a heck of a seed so far, and it's only been a few minutes in. Oh, there's Bombos in Eastern as well, so more things to be found. We had the book on Sick Kid. We had 2 gloves early. We found the Moon Pearl at the dig spot, bow at the dam, all sorts of shenanigans.
Well then, it sounds like it's been quite a game.
Mm-hmm. Now, Moogle Charm went into desert, acquired cleared out the front, then went to Agina's cave and found the lamp, and then went back in.
Huh.
Because you need the lamp to finish the boss, of course. It's just like, oh. Or you need a fire source, that or the fire rod.
Yeah, well...
So, as some people were saying, we do have access to. Now we have access to a lot of Misery Mire. Like, not all of it, but a lot of it, for sure.
Oh, yeah. So, as soon as we find that cane, then it might be something our runners have to start thinking about.
Yeah, 4 heart green, or no, we have blue mail. But
Yeah.
4 heart, no silvers, vitreous. How do you feel about that one?
Well, from everything I've seen of these two runners, I think that they might be able to do it if they're careful enough, but it's not something I personally would want to be doing. So I feel like most of the runners in this qualifier would probably want to try and avoid that.
And we get a bug net on Landmo. There you go. Yeah, Moogle Charm finishing that with a half a heart. Real close there.
Hey, both our runners now are 1-to-1 in terms of crystals, so not really much of a lead there. In fact, oh, looks like he's just gonna go for that Mire play.
Okay, well, he's going for the Mire area at least.
Yeah.
Now, we may not actually have access to Mire. It depends on the medallion.
Yes.
It's Bombo. So
Bombo.
if he goes to Eastern, he will have access. Hey, Master Sword.
Master Sword.
And there we go.
Anything on a lumberjack that we should be worried about?
Just a bunch of bombs. Both runners did in fact check that.
Okay. Oh. Looks like fairies are just giving out some money and tinier versions of themselves today.
Yep. They're just giving you a souvenir to remember them by, I guess.
And another extra little bit of safety there. Looks like Moogle's gonna go ahead and do Eastern.
It seems reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else he could do with what he has.
And the Zora area proper, turning out to have Hot Garbage Part 2.
Oh. Well, he greatest scam artist in Hyrule. Oh, is there anything on Sick Kid? Have either of our runners checked that?
Yes, Moogle Charm got the book from Sick Kid, which is why Gamachu does not have the book.
I wonder if he's forgotten about it. Good point.
No, I think he's just planning to pick it up when he goes to West Dark World eventually. And he's not going into Mire. He did see the medallion, but he's not going in.
Let's hope this isn't a case where we have a Samaria, or French vanilla Samaria.
Yeah, that I've seen Samaria in Mire way too many times. Yeah, there we go. Gamachu heading to Sick Kid right now.
Alright. He's gonna get his book and probably just go ahead and head straight to the desert. See, he's not leaving it with a lot of options.
I mean, he could just go to West Dark World. But, yeah, given the book, why not?
We'll always be clearing crystal dungeons.
Yep, there is that. All right, Moogle Charm is about to pick up that Bombos medallion. See if he becomes interested at all in going to Mire after this. I don't expect an early Mire dip. It's it's funny to think about, but it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. I don't know. That is a good question. Is makes it mirror faster going to left side than just using the book?
Well, I mean, nobody has the mirror. But,
Yeah, no one has the mirror, but thinking about it, I don't think you're losing or gaining time either way, because you still have the screen transitions and everything for the mirror. While you have to, move the statues. So I don't think either is faster than the other.
yeah, I think
I
mirroring
don't
at
imagine.
certain points might be a little faster. It's certainly faster if you came in from Meyer, came in the left side.
Yeah.
But coming in the front door. That being said, moot point without the actual mirror.
Yeah. We saw some people in the chat.
Yeah, I was talking to the chat.
Yeah.
All right, so Gamachu is now heading to finish off Landmo like Moogle Charm did earlier. Going to get that bug net from that location.
Doing it a little bit faster because he already had the lamp. I don't really know if it's gaining any... Well... Yeah, not really gaining any time, I imagine, though, since he still had to go to Gina to get it.
Alright, and Moogle Charm is now going to flute away. We'll see where he decides to go now. It's fluting to 1. That makes plenty of sense, as he has not done anything here on the mountain yet. Now, again, we still only have just a few locations you can check in here. I'm pretty sure there's no items at the bottom of that pit, but we'll have to ask Moogle Charm to be sure. But
I don't know. This might be some new tech.
Things happen.
Yeah. You just hit the boots button and you just forget to push another.
What I always forget is that I've been doing the boots button this whole time, and then when I pick up the old man, I want to dash away. I'm like, nope, you can't do that.
The old man will not only got his bug net, but he did prevent us some stress by not almost dying. So
seems good.
Yep.
All right, big 20 on Spectacle Rock. What about inside? It is another big 20.
And
Moogle Charm going to flute away again, I imagine, to 3, and we're going to see a solid convergence here as both runners head to the same location.
The seed has directed them both really to here, so not a whole bunch of chance for divergence. Right now,
all right, looks like our pendants were Pod and Turtle Rock, and our 5/6 crystals are Swamp and Skull Woods. So
now, which one of those two pendant dungeons do you think is going to be a necessary dip here? Because it's going to be one of them.
Pod, we have the bow.
True. But something on Laser Bridge would be funnier.
I mean, true.
And,
but the seat doesn't always go for the funnier thing.
Both. I guess chat would be hoping for both.
Yeah, there is that.
Like, Moogle so far hasn't found anything in Thieves Town. Mirror on Laser Bridge.
Mirror on Laser Bridge is just gross.
Flippers on green pendant. Oh, you guys have some really mean ideas. I love it.
True.
Personally, I'm gonna hope for flippers on pedestal.
I mean, this is chat we're talking about. They always know how to make things mean.
Well, makes for more entertaining games.
No, I'm running the qualifier in the morning. I need to get to bed.
Oh. Let's hope the randomizer's nice then.
So Gamachu is now going to go for the big chest here of Skullwoods. Let's complete the useless thing with the... Nope, it's 300 rupees.
It's just a whole bunch of money.
I was hoping for the compass so we could complete the whole dungeon item thing and have everything in the back. But
Google Charm's going on a Toad World Tour here.
Looks like it.
Wow. Mr. Stumpy's only got $5 for us today. It looks like Gamachu's going to go ahead and take down.
We had a bottle up on Bumper Ledge, it looked like.
So I guess
not necessary at all.
Yeah. Now, will Hype Cave actually be something this time?
That is, in fact, a good
Fire Rod
question. Yes, sir.
Well, it looks like Moogle Charm now has the ability to complete Skullwood, so he's not going to have to double dip it like Gamachu.
Ooh, that's gotta feel pretty good if you're a Moogle Charm.
Well, so it looks like it was a good idea to head that way first, but
yeah, Moogle Charm going for the King's Tomb play. We actually saw this significantly earlier from Gamachu.
Just $5.
But Gamachu is going to go into Thieves Town here. Now, without the hammer, you could be abandoning an item here, but it's, you know, the odds of that happening are, I mean, it's probably more likely than not, but the odds that you abandon a good item here, pretty small.
Well, maybe he's hoping to find the hammer in here.
Yep, that can always occur as well. You can definitely have the hammer.
But so far, only dungeon items in these chests. So if we have a mushroom. And one of our full heart containers. Is that the first one we found, or?
I think so, but I'm not entirely certain.
All right.
Alright, so we've got Gamachu heading through the hellway of Thieves Town, missing the pixel by a single frame.
So that's some pretty good maneuvering there on his part.
Yep.
Then again, pretty sure that Pichu's well known for moving pretty quickly, so...
There's that. Oh,
and there's the mirror.
Hello, mirror.
Looks like no mirror on pedestal, but there's still some hope for the flippers.
All right, so the mirror found here, which will pretty quickly lead to some more items. You can always head to, like in this immediate vicinity, you can head to the Graveyard Ledge, you can head to Grove Ledge, you can also, well, okay, no, we don't have the cane. I was like, use the mushroom to fake powder. Oh wait, we need the cane for that.
Yeah, So
and there's that key. So there is
there's
something
still a chance that
non-key.
it might be the map still in there. I don't think we found that yet.
That is the one dungeon item we have yet to locate in here. So yeah.
So depending on what Blind has, let's hope it's for Gamachu's sake. Let's hope that it's something good, or not the map.
All right. It's blind time. Blind is both the name of this boss and how most runners could fight him.
All right, and get your fingers. Oh no!
Oh,
the map.
Leaving an item there.
Oh, let's hope it doesn't bite him.
I mean, at least you know it's not the hammer.
Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Moogle Charm just now taking down Mothula, and it looks like he hasn't taken a hit, so good on him. And he got the compass.
So that means there will be an item in the bridge chest there for Moogle Charm.
Thankfully, he doesn't have to orphan that check. What do you want to bet Dig Game has hammer?
I mean, I think we saw Moogle Charm do Dig Game, so...
Ah, yeah, just a big 20. And just 5 rupees.
Yeah, so it turns out Skullwoods is not where your value is today.
Oh, like, we got a crystal out of it, so it wasn't a complete waste.
I mean, yeah, there was that value.
Oh, and Gamachu doesn't have to go on the world tour. He can just... They're right there. Oh.
And the other upside for Gamachu is that he'll be able to take care of, like, the purple chest and also Bombo's tablet. All right, so purple chest in tow.
Terrible. What secrets does it hide? Moogle Charm clearing out the front of Skullwoods.
Just gonna go all the way through this, get the big key, and then finally get well, I guess 300 rupees in the big chest. 10 arrows from that Cave 45, Grove Ledge, whatever you want to call it.
Cave 45.
All right, so Gamachu now heading down to turn in the purple chest. You may notice the purple chest is conspicuously absent.
Yes. I forget the name of the glitch.
I didn't even know it had a name. It's just,
just Bloomerang. It is a trackable item, so...
Yep, there is that. You're waking up our tracker. Yeah, major shout-outs to our tracker, Scott G.
Yep. Let's give him a little round of thanks there in the chat. He's doing a good job.
All right, so nothing particularly impressive on Bombo's tablet either. So, yeah, not gonna be a big deal. Also, looks like Moogle Charm is also going to abandon an item in the big chest of Thieves Town, assuming he decides to go to the back.
Well, it is a crystal dungeon, and he can get the crystals, so...
Mm-hmm.
And Gamachu is now going to have to retread Skullwoods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. These runners can't do Hera right now.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Hammer and Hera situation.
And Gamachu going for a classic splash deletion, and it didn't quite work out.
Actually, I mean, come on, the Hammer's in Mire.
Oh yeah.
I think Gamachu's in trouble because he hasn't reset his console since beating Armos Knights. Armos messes with your Ancillas. Oh, he got it.
There we go. Oh yeah, Gamachu's also still has to turn in that mushroom.
Alright, Moogle Charm picking up the mirror as well. Looks like Gamachu is going to make his way over to Palace of Darkness.
Always something in Pendant Pod.
It's very, very likely to be to have plenty of items here in Pod, especially with that early bow.
Yeah. And we just have a key, one of the 4 necessary to complete the dungeon out of the 6 you can find.
Yep. Not only that, but there are necessarily 4 of them in the sort of front 6 chests here. So if you count just right, you can tell if you've got a key coming to you or not.
Yeah. Oh, Moogle Charm taking a death against Blind. And he didn't have the fairy. Oof.
Oh, that's an oof.
Yeah. And we have the big key.
Alright, so Gamachu's going to head to the back. He hasn't yet picked up the big key chest, but I think he knows there's a small key in there now, so...
Well, let's hope he doesn't end up needing that key.
I mean, he'd need a key to get to that key, so he... Yeah,
yeah, true.
Right, and we know there's now an item or a non-key in the Harmless Hellway here.
Or those bombs are our first item. And then 300 rupees. You know, I think these have to be the least intimidating Dodongos in the franchise.
Yep. Though, if we want to be like super, super technical, These are called kodongos, which is Japanese for child dodongos. Or like baby dodongos.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, I'm...
Moogle having some trouble with blind over here.
That's right. I just had to actually somebody.
Oh.
Actually, they're called kodongos. All right, so Moogle Charm just finished off blind. It's a heck of a fight afterwards.
Mm-hmm. It's hard fought.
Yeah, I mean this particular item pool is not super friendly, so you can definitely run some situations where you will, be taking more damage than you're used to.
Gamachu being here. Oh, he's got silver arrows now, so
seems good.
Makes
me less intimidated about going into Mire.
Though they're out of logic because Gamachu shouldn't actually have access to here right now.
Yeah, technically this whole area is out of logic, but the fake flipper he did got him here. All right, heading up to Catfish. I'm actually surprised Gamachu didn't mirror and turn into Mushroom.
Wonder if he forgot he had it. Or maybe he's going to do it on the way back. And we have a hook shot.
That's the same place it was Sunday.
Oh. It's like the randomizer's running out of ideas. And he's just going to go ahead and do Mire. Or he's just going to check the checkerboard cave.
Yeah, I mean...
Or check it first.
I'd definitely go check checkerboard cave here first anyway. You still don't have the cane.
Oh, Moogle remembered the mushroom, so... Let's hope that, Gamma didn't forget it.
Nope.
And it's Quake.
Right, huh.
So...
Well, that could be required for Turtle Rock, though our runners would hope to not have to go into Turtle Rock.
I think we all know. Oh, and Gamachu, I remembered. I think we all know it's Pendant Turtle Rock.
Green Pendant Turtle Rock, even.
Maybe Sahasrahla has our hammer. Wait. Oh, hammer's not required for a Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, I guess it actually is in logic to go to Pod. You just have to go through Aga 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hot garbage, so you do something else.
And Moogle Charm gonna go ahead and head into Mire.
All right, the Misery Mire, which we pointed out had stuff in logic, 30 minutes ago.
Yes, but it's scary.
It is. I agree. I'm not saying they should have come in here 15 minutes ago. I'm saying they could have. It's not a play I would have made.
Though Hera, while being a pendant, is fully in logic, so...
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Hera does like to have the hammer occasionally. And you get the... Never mind!
Oh, Nope.
You are
Cool
welcome.
charm.
The hammer is in mire.
Now, what about the cane?
If it's also in mire, that'd be dumb.
If it's also in mire, then I feel like that's gonna screw with a lot of the runners in this qualifier.
You know what the worst place for hammer or for cane would be, don't you? Thievestown Big Chest. Woo!
Ooh. Logical double dip of misery mire. That's mean.
Alright, Gamachu finally getting the last item out of Skull Woods. I wonder if we'll get a pet check here.
Yep. We're getting a pet check.
He might be fluting away. Nope, he's going for it.
It might be something I'd start thinking about.
Nope.
Oh, no pet required. Sorry, everyone. And I think he's gonna check out East Death Mountain. Got the currently out of logic hook shot for him. Oh.
Alright. So there is the second item out of mire. It's just bombs. So Moogle Charm will be piecing out of mire, but he does have the hammer.
Oh,
so both of our runners will be heading to Death Mountain and getting over to the east side in different ways. And there's the cave, and there's the ice rod.
Ooh, those are two things that I wouldn't want to find right next to each other.
Yeah, I mean, that does scream out Turtle Rock, doesn't it?
Especially right here.
Yep. The flippers could definitely be hiding in Turtle Rock, and I would not even be surprised.
Oh,
Alright, so Moogle Charm going for the Ether Tablet, which has just 10 arrows.
10 arrows. Meanwhile, Gamachu's checking out Spiral Cave. Wonder if it's a dizzy room to walk around in.
Well, it's certainly throwing me for a loop. Anyway.
And $20.
Alright, big key for Moogle Charm, and he's just gonna piece up. Right, he doesn't have the hook shot. I forgot. Alright, Gamachu now heading up Dark Death Mountain on the in the wrong door. Whoops. Alright, red rupee in the first item in Hera. Map. So
the next one's gonna be either the basement or on Moldorm.
So we'll either find a small key on Moldorm or we'll find the second item. And Moogle Charm will be hoping desperately for the second item here. Anyway, hookshot time for Gamachu. Hookshot Cave has a piece of heart, bombs, another piece of heart, more bombs.
Huh.
Well, at least it's consistent.
And Moogle Charm fell fighting Moldorm.
Oof.
I think we've all been there.
Shoutouts to Double Blue Rupees up on the mountain there, up on the floating island.
Yep, and just 300 rupees, and he's going to go ahead and nab the pendant.
Looks like Gamachu is going to head over to the Hera area on account of not having a hammer.
Probably just going to go ahead and do all of the things, I guess.
Yeah.
Wonder if he'll complete Hera looking for the flippers.
I mean, it's possible. He's also still looking for the hammer. And this is a very likely candidate for the hammer as well. At least in Gamachu's mind. Yeah, the flippers are sort of the main thing we're looking for here. I'm pretty sure the flippers constitute go mode.
Yeah, I think that's the last go mode item we need.
All right, Moogle Charm now heading up. He's going to do the mirror strat here for Dark Death Mountain. Maybe not.
Whatever way gets him to the top.
Yeah, I'm used to people mirroring down there in front of it, going into Paradox Cave, clearing that mess out, and then coming back out and taking the portal back. But you know what? You do you, Moogle Charm. And Gamachu also falling, but also falling in the middle hole, which is really unfortunate.
Oh. Really gonna sting even more when he doesn't find anything here.
Now, Moogle Charm bonking over to the one chest and hookshot cave you can get to.
My question is, will it just be the one time, or will he be knocked off another? Oh! Gamachu. And with fire there. And Moogle Charm is going to find his stuff, and I wonder if he's going to go into Turtle Rock.
He very well could. Gamachu not even bothering picking up that pendant, but that's because he knows he doesn't need to. He's already checked the pedestal.
Maybe Moogle Charm just wanted to hear the fanfare. Gamachu's probably about to do the old man. Or
Alright, so now we'll see the moment of truth here for Moogle Charm if he decides to go to Turtle Rock. And Gamachu will be entering Misery Mire, so he's going to find that hammer as well.
Well, yes, he is. And it's Bombos, which doesn't really matter.
Meanwhile, Moogle Charm is going to head into Turtle Rock because of that hammer he's got. It turns out Bombos for both, so the Quake and Ether medallions are both garbage. So
They have
Moogle
pretty
Charm,
animations.
Moogle Charm needs the flippers and the hook shot, while Gamachu just needs those flippers after finding the hammer here.
Yeah, the hammer isn't highlighted on Google Tracker. Oh, there we go.
And hammer time for Gamachu as well. Moogle Charm just pulled
Thieves'
off
Town.
the... Oh, go ahead.
Thieves' Town Big Chest is another contender for hammer.
You mean for flippers?
Yes. I mean
Yeah.
for flippers.
So Moogle Charm just pulled off the hardest trick in the game, which is doing that torch room and remembering you don't have a hook shot, so you go the other way.
Everyone a round of applause. Golf claps, remember?
It's not actually the
Don't
hardest
distract
trick
the
in the game, but it feels like it because I always mess it up.
So far, just a key and then the big key here in Turtle Rock, along with another key.
And Gamachu is going to go fight Vitreous. With the silver arrows, that should not be a problem at all.
He is extremely overpowered for this fight, and it's not even...
The programmers did not consider the fact that you could have the silver arrows when you got here, because you actually can't in the vanilla game, unless you do some sort of weird arbitrary code execution shenanigans.
Oh, Moogle Charm has the magic, so if flippers end up behind Bat, well, yeah, and if the flippers are here, then yeah, there would be a good lead for Moogle. He still has to go to Catfish.
Yeah, and as we know, hookshot at Catfish really trolled people on Sunday, so this could also be a bit of an issue for a lot of people.
Yep, and that's why you can't have silvers until after Misery Mire, because Vitreous goes from pretty difficult to no, we can't have vanilla flippers. It was just a piece of heart on Zora. Where's Gamachu off to now?
Looks like back up to 1. Might be doing the Turtle Rock play as well. I mean, it's probably the place he has. It's the place he has left that has the most items available. So yeah.
Yeah, so not a bad decision at all. But if it's Thieves Town Big Chest, that'd just be kind of funny.
That would be what we in the biz call gross.
Mimic Cave. You know, I always knew that those things mimicked your movements, and I always heard this place called Mimic Cave for years. Wasn't until like the last month or so. Yeah, it just it was only in the last month when I went, oh, those are mimics.
All right, Moogle Charm making his way through Turtle Rock, looking for them flippers.
Gamachu getting to save a little bit of time here.
All right, and Moogle Charm will now be making his way through the Dark Room in Turtle Rock, which a lot of people think is kind of intimidating as a dark room. It's actually not as bad as it looks. Moogle Charm taking a break there to pick up some magic and health, considering it was on 1/2 a heart. I honestly would not be surprised to see Moogle Charm go for the safety door here.
Yep. Oh, looks like the bumper guy just decided to phase through the floor. Map. Piece of heart. Oh, good timing. A key, and keep your fingers crossed.
There it is!
There they are.
Flippers on Laser Bridge, everybody.
He's gonna go ahead and do try next because he still doesn't have the hook shot. We are officially in
hook shot could be in here, for all Moogle Charm knows. He's still got to get to Catfish, which is just a cruel location to have to go to.
No mode means that we know where all the necessary items to beat the game are located.
Now, the gross situation would be if, because of these flippers, Moogle Charm could get baited into Swamp without the hook shot. That is gross. I do not like Swamp without the hook shot. No mode is when you're playing as the blacksmith.
Yeah, let's hope Trinex does have a sword for Moogle here.
Alright, Moogle Charm finishing off Trinex. What do we get? 5 rupees and a green pendant.
I wonder, I imagine he might go and turn that pendant in. Hopefully.
Yeah, considering he hasn't gone to pod yet.
Oh, that's a good point.
That could be a thing. I honestly can't think of a route in which Moogle Charm would quickly get to Catfish. It's kind of unfortunate. Looks like he's going for ice.
Weird way to go to ice, but maybe he hadn't quite made up his mind yet.
I think he just hadn't seen the floating or the island yet. Maybe I'm making that up.
And Gamachu is about to get his flippers, which the game decided to put in the back of Laser Bridge.
Like you do. And Gamachu mirrors out, and that's going to be go mode for Gamachu, as we expect him to go clear out some dungeons in a dang hurry.
And we all get the enjoyment of a go mode Ice Palace and Swamp. And Moogle Charm found a Lucane, at least. Something.
Alright. Well, I mean, yeah. Certainly not useless. All right. Gamachu getting into Swamp. I don't imagine you'll be checking too much in Swamp. I feel like if you're in Swamp here, you check the 3 chests in the back, the 2 in the flooded room, and then the 1 in the waterfall room, just because you like to get a sword, and they're basically right in your way.
Yeah. Ganon Master Sword and Ganon Tempered Sword is a massive difference.
All right, so Gamachu setting up, getting ready for some Swamp Go mode. Setting up the items well in advance. That's one thing that Quick Swap, to do Quick Swap, you have to get used to thinking about in advance what items you're going to need next. Otherwise, you're just not going to gain anything from it.
And he's just gonna skip past all that.
So he might open these chests, is what I was thinking. Yep.
Oh, and there's the rest of our heart containers.
Heart containers in the back of Swamp is just like, okay, sure.
I wouldn't say no to it.
All right.
And it's just a whole bunch of red stuff. Does all the white and blue and ice palace hurt anyone else's eyes?
I mean, it doesn't on my TV because I adjusted the color. But yeah, I can see how it might mess with you, especially in contrast with everything else on the screen. All right, Gamachu facing off against Argus, using some spin strats here, pulling 2 buffs at a time. Google Charm is going to deal with Cold Stare. Okay. So Gamachu finishing off Swamp, going to head over to Ice now. Again, just the Master Sword at the moment. We're going to do a very quick flute to 8, I imagine. If you turn Gamachu's rupee total upside down, you'll get the current state that Moogle Charm is in. Anyway, Google Charm's gonna go check the.
Oh.
Took you a minute.
I was looking at the wrong rupee count.
All right, so Gamachu gonna go ahead and grab that blue cane as well. I could definitely see picking up that chest in Ice. It does take a little longer than some of those others in Swamp, but it doesn't take that long. And sometimes you just forget, and you just kill all the things anyway.
Oh,
For that sword. What was that?
Moogle Charm just went to Zora.
Yep.
If
That's
only-
unfortunate because it's gonna make
That
it
is-
that much less likely that he goes to Catfish anytime soon. I really hope he doesn't try to go to Swamp without the hook shot.
He hasn't checked the northern part of Dark World yet, so
Well-
yep, okay, at least he's heading in the right direction.
I mean, if he goes to Pyramid Catfish, he might be able to pull this off. But it looks like okay. So he's checking Hobo real quick, which is fine.
It's right there. It's not the quickest check, but if you're passing by, a little bit of love.
All right. Yeah, so Moogle Charm is going to go into Pod. I mean, it's definitely a good play from his perspective. Got this whole pendant dungeon, but it's got a lot of items in it. Unfortunately, it's going to waste a lot of time. So Moogle Charm's going to just take that much longer to get to Catfish. And that is going to be crystal number 7 for Gamachu, which means that if you are a fan of guessing games, feel free to start putting your numbers in the chat. There are 22 locations where that big key can be in Ganon's Tower, and we like to know where you think it's going to be. Now, it's not going to be we're not going to use a official bot situation or bet situation or anything like that, because there are other racers in this race. It's very possible you could use information from those other racers on that. But for now, for fun, we can decide what you think it's going to be.
Do you think it's going to be?
Well, I always say that my contractually obligated guess is Bob's chest. That being said, you know, the number on that tends to vary depending on what the routing they choose is. So that's why I don't
think
usually
it's
pick a
going to
number.
be. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I think it's going to be check number 12.
Fair enough.
I almost went 21, but I felt that'd be a little bit too mean, and just decided to reverse it.
So you went from mean to average. Anyway.
Why didn't Ganon think to keep one of these crystals in his tower?
Well, because it's not entrance. Man, I play way too much cross keys. So yeah, happens far too often. Actually, you never have crystals in here in entrance either, so never mind. Alright, Gamachu heading to the right side, which is a common play given a key on the right. right.
Three,
We got 3, 4, 5.
5, 6.
Of course, you go for the small key into the pot here, and then probably mirror out.
Yep.
All right, number 7, the torch is a cape. I'd take it.
Yeah. Now he's got a fancy cloak.
It's nice to have in case of emergencies if something goes horribly, horribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
But you never know. Ganon
turn
could
into
just be mean.
green pendant here. Looks like
It's
Moogle didn't go for the pod clear. He might have counted the items.
10. 11. Well, let's see who guessed 11 first. And
Looks like a rabid wombat. 85.
Yep. Good job. Good job, a rabbit wombat.
I was about to say Arabid wombat, but no, it's a rabid wombat.
Well, good job. You win brownie points. What are brownie points good for? Absolutely nothing, but you feel good for getting them.
But what if I want brownies?
Well,
Anyway.
So I guess they're good. And Moogle Charm got his silver arrows, and hopefully he's gonna be heading to Catfish.
I sure hope so. Yep, looks like it. All right, so not gonna get baited into swamp, thank goodness. Now, Moogle Charm also still has to finish Misery Mire. Went in there to get the hammer, but didn't have the cane, so what are you gonna do?
Well, it was a logical double dip anyway. Oh, no, actually, I guess not.
I mean, yeah,
Never mind.
theoretically no, because you could just go get the cane off of the mountain. But yeah.
Well, whoever didn't end up double dipping Mire is...
It's Gamachu.
It's Gamachu.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like there's a total of 56 people to enter this race.
It's a little on the low side, I think.
It's lower than some of them have been, but higher than others. It is really late on a Saturday or on a Friday night.
And what is it? That one new movie's out, so who knows? Again, I don't know how many people here would actually go to the movies as it is right now.
Yeah, I mean, depends. I got shots back in April, so I'm just like, sure.
And he's looking for that sword.
Yep.
And a timely heart piece right there.
Very nice. You can still fill up with the powder here, which he's going to go ahead and do anyway. And he's going to check the tree Moldorm chest for a single rupee, and then we'll fight Moldorm. Hopefully we will not have a fall again.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, it's just gonna show it who not. It's
and the red boomerang. Oh boy. So yeah, there will be no tempered sword for Gamachu today. I haven't the foggiest where those swords were.
Graveyard Ledge.
Graveyard Ledge.
I don't think either of our runners checked it.
Could be.
Oh. At least they have silver, so
Yeah. So silvers will make it tolerable. Though, to be honest, I would take Tempered Sword Silverless over Master Sword Silvers any day of the week.
Left side of Swamp is another option.
Yeah, but I mean, left side Swamp. Nobody's going to left side Swamp if you can help it.
Yeah.
All right, Gamachu finishing off Agatu, heading to the Ganon fight at a very respectable 123 on the timer.
Thieves Town Big Chest, too, could be there.
Gross. It would be interesting to find out where those swords could be. But for now, we've got a Ganon fight for Gamachu. He's got to get a bunch of spins in here, getting a nice double spin off of that Trident as we head over, try to get into Phase 2. Yeah, it's a couple of spins short there. I think he might be into Phase 2 now.
Ganon missed where he was because he had to take a quick look around.
All right, Gamachu finishing off that magic, so he's gonna need to refill. And he used the cape that he got from that torch extremely well, actually, to make use of the invincibility to get through Phase 2. Ganon, please. Mobile Charm will be going into Swamp to finish that off. And we get to the final phase of the Ganon fight. Now, Gamachu did not manage to pull off the torch glitch.
Gamachu likes playing on the edge. And there we go.
Nice triple shot. And that's going to do it for Gamachu here. Gamachu just needs to cross the threshold, and there we go. Gamachu finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 54 seconds, which is good for third place overall in this match.
Good job to Gamachu. All claps, everyone.
Yeah, third place overall to Gamachu. In front of Gamachu, we had Megawatt finishing with a 1:15.29, and the Ninban finishing second with a 1:19.51. And following right behind Gamachu in fourth and fifth place, we had 1:25.57 from Wayne and 1:26.06 for Andy. Those will give you your top 5 times for the par. It looks like Gamachu is is waiting to come into the interview booth.
What did first place do to get that time?
I have no idea what Megawatt did, but my goodness, that was a heck of a time. But speaking of a heck of a time, we have been joined by Gamachu, good for third place in this race. Congratulations. Well done.
Yo, hello. Thank you. GG's.
Yep. GG's.
Imagine feeling good about my placement, but the time difference being 10 minutes behind first place, it's quite something.
Yeah, I don't know what you do to get that. I mean, maybe you go to Meyer at like 15 minutes in when you have access.
What happens is getting lucky and finding the God route.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Good job on your time, though. Still a very respectable time.
Yeah, I'm still happy with my placement. I felt like I played it way too safe, just clearing everything in the light world before I even did anything in the dark world. But I felt like I did it pretty efficiently. That hook shot was not so friendly, though. I was expecting something in pod, not on catfish.
Mm-hmm. I was expecting something in pod myself with that bow being as early as it was.
Very mean. Very mean flippers, though. Not the nicest place.
Flippers
No.
are pretty mean too, but yeah, at least you did. At least you didn't have to. At least you knew at that point that you didn't have to go into ice to find them or that sort of thing. So you were able to, go into the 2 dungeons that are best for go moding in actual go mode.
Yeah, I mean, I was still happy with managing to go mode those water dungeons. I didn't feel too bad. I was kind of hoping flippers would be inside Misery Mire, because when I made the play into Misery Mire, all I had left was Graveyard Ledge, and that's it. Graveyard Ledge and Mire. And I was kind of hoping, I just hope it's the flippers in there that leads to like the hammer and ice pillars, which I'm sure most people would just do very late in the game. Yeah, but that hammer, I was thinking it over as I picked it up. I'm thinking, it would have been nice to grab this early on before I even grabbed the cane. I managed to single dip it, which was cool. But that would have probably changed my playthrough style after, the making the pod play that when I did. And no, I'm still happy. Even though I ended up kind of full clearing, I feel efficiently. I'm still glad with my finish time, getting 3rd place overall. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, Moogle Charm, who is the other person who was on stream, actually got the hammer significantly earlier, but because of that, ended up, getting the flippers earlier, and then ended up saving Catfish for much, much, much later. So, yeah, it turned out to be
pushed him very late to the hook shot.
Would have been so yeah, it's possible that getting that hammer might have led you away from Catfish. So who knows?
It could have. A sword would have been nice in pod.
I mean, a sword would have been nice anywhere. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did find out after the race where they were. The other one was in Thieves Town Big Chest. Cool.
Nope.
What was the other one? The other one was in Swamp Hell's Big Chest, with the Swamp Hell's Big Key being on the left side.
Oh, that's even worse than left side swamp. That's hot garbage.
At least I had the cave for Ganon.
And hello to all the people from SpeedGaming 3 here. We've just finished up qualifier number 10.
And we've been talking to our winner on stream and the 3rd place overall in the race, Gamachu. So I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the scoreboard. I don't know how your times have been doing, but this certainly couldn't have hurt as far as qualifying goes.
Oh, no. This is good. I want to stay within this range. I believe my score probably is in the high 90s, so I'll definitely take it.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I mean, your score is, of course, part of that par time average, although
nice.
Megawatt's score is going to kind of throw it way off. Really?
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I was not expecting that. When I just finished my final crystal, I see the dot done. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to be that far behind from all the other coming finishers? Then I see 2nd place come in like a few minutes later, and then I'm like 3rd place. Like, really? 10 minutes later from 1st to 3rd? Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there was just that much difference.
I'm half tempted to...
I kind of want to go look at
try and watch that restream.
See what he did.
That's what you call a god round.
I probably did Mire before Thieves Town to get that sword.
Yeah, maybe.
I will say I'm glad the mirror wasn't in there, because that would have been probably a hard last occasion for me. So I'll take that mirror over the sword. Especially with silvers on hand.
Yeah. The most overpowered thing in the game. Want to just delete everything?
Yeah, basically.
Use a silver stick.
All right. So, so how many? So, Gamma 2, do you have all the qualifiers you need, or are you still working on it?
Oh no, I still got quite a bit to do. No, well, actually, no, that's not true. This was my fourth one. I'm gonna be doing my last one tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock in the morning my time. So that's gonna be wonderful. Yeah, because the other ones I'm not gonna be able to make it, so I would have to make the one tomorrow.
I'm going to be joining you in that one, and I'll probably get destroyed. It'll be great. But yeah, it's going to be 9 a.m. my time, so not quite as bad, but still, I do need to get to bed at some point.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be doing that very soon, but I'm going to get going here, and thank you guys again for doing commentary, Dr. Bob and Impulsive, and those who are doing tracking duties. Always appreciate it.
Yep. Yes, everyone, a big thank you to our tracker, Scott G. Did a wonderful job.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Gamma2. If you need to take off, we will see you later, and we'll finish up with Moogle Charm here in a moment.
Alrighty, catch you later.
Yep. Get a good night's rest. Oh, and Moogle Charm having a little bit of trouble in the second Wizrobe room.
Yeah, it got a little bit turned sideways in there. The real trick to doing the Wizrobe room, the second one anyway, is to... A lot of people will say, okay, I want to walk left and then walk up and place the block. No. You want to walk up into the middle, then turn left and place the block. Because if you don't... they will already be spawned or not spawned, and the timing will be off. This comes from me doing this way too many times and getting it wrong way too many times.
And he took a little tumble.
Moogle Charm, once again, not having the greatest Moldorm day. Oh my goodness.
Just some unlucky RNG there.
It's like the thing has it out for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does have it out for him.
Fair
It's
enough.
particularly nasty today. You know what I find funny about all the second round fights here is the Lambos, because the only difference is that they just got a little laser dude in the corner.
Unfortunately,
Doesn't
that
really do
laser
much.
dude makes quite a bit of a difference, actually, in the fight. Especially if you don't have the red shield.
Oh.
Because of it can interrupt you if you're trying to do a spin or something, or the arrow shots can get interrupted. It can be really annoying. I mean, it doesn't make it that much more likely that you'll die, but it does make it that much more likely that you'll lose time.
I don't know, I guess I've never really just noticed it. It's just there.
Alright, Moogle Charm finishing off Aga 2, and on to the boss fight, on to the Ganon fight, this time with a Master Sword as well.
Yeah. You know, if the developers really wanted to be mean, they could have made the hologram Agas? I don't know. The ghost Agas just shoot blue balls.
That'd
have been mean.
It would have been mean. It would have been
actually made it a harder fight.
I feel like I'm gonna make a ROM hack where that happens.
It's the only difference.
Thing is, I think having more than one blue ball, a set of blue ball projectiles on the screen, like overloads the number of projectiles. And I don't think it works.
Maybe one always shoots a blue ball.
Maybe. Alright, Moogle Charm is now into phase 2 of Ganon. Doing the spin to win strats.
Could you imagine back in the day going from the Zelda 1 Ganon fight to Link to the Past, and it's just like, here's an invisible guy with like 2 frames, and now he's got like a big trident and fire bats. Man, that must have been cool.
Yeah, I mean, being able to see what you're trying to hit does help.
Yeah. Yeah. This one's a bit more well thought out.
Though it does take a few more silver arrow hits to kill. And actually can be done without silvers, whereas the Zelda 1 fight, you absolutely can't.
What a fun little game.
I've done a little bit of commentary on Z1 Rando, and I keep having to say, oh yeah, you do actually need silvers, huh? There we go. Hit number 4 into the final phase of Ganon.
Oh, didn't quite get it.
Does have a blue potion in case something goes horribly wrong, which it kind of has, but not really. He's gonna chug that potion.
Ganon's nice enough to let him do it. He may be an evil pig demon, but he's a gentlemanly evil pig demon.
Lana Bean in the chat he was apparently in the was also in this race, saying that they're lucky because they got silvers. It's very sad that you didn't get silvers, especially since they were literally right next to the boss.
You know what? It happens. At least Ganon was smart and actually kept his one weakness close to home.
Yeah, you just shouldn't have left it lying out in the middle of everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was right there on the
He
pyramid.
dropped him on his way flying over.
Anyway, I don't know if we'll be joined by Moogle Charm, but we can say that Moogle Charm did in fact finish with an official time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 48 seconds, which was good for 32nd place overall in this race.
Still a respectable time.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a decent score, I believe.
Duh.
I'm just wondering how you got to catfish, Lana.
Yeah.
Anyway, looks like Moogle Charm is in the room, so we can bring Moogle Charm on in. GG.
Welcome. Good game.
GG's.
So yeah, that was a race.
Was it?
Yeah.
Ganon beat me by going to catfish early. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
that
never
was
goes to
pretty much what
catfish.
happened. Yeah, he went there because he would. I imagine he went there because he kind of sequence broke over to East Dark World, did Pod, and then wanted to take care of that before leaving because he had to do some weird splash delete stuff to get there.
Oh my god! So he got the hookshot out of Logic too.
Well, it was technically in Logic because he could have gone through Aga 1, but he was not going to do that.
I guess, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. I felt off the entire seed.
You got the hammer well before he did, though, so there was that.
Yeah, I felt pretty good about getting the hammer, and then also getting the flippers. But I feel like that seed, there's kind of no way that I get hookshot early. I don't know. And then, on top of it, my execution was just terrible the entire seed. I just didn't feel right the whole time for some reason. And then Megawatt finished at 115, and I'm like, okay, where is this freaking hookshot? Where could it be?
We were afraid you were gonna bait yourself into swamp without the hookshot. That would have been straight awful.
Ugh.
Though you would have at least come away with the sword.
Yeah, I heard where the other two swords were. That's just awful.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
sure was a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yep. But hey, we still got a few more qualifiers to go.
So how's your situation looking there, Moogle Charm? Do you have more of these to do, or are you pretty much taking care
Yeah,
of
this is only my second one.
Okay.
I was gonna struggle to get to 5, so I probably have to do the one in the morning and then figure something else out the rest of the week. But depending on, I don't know where the cut line is gonna be. I'd imagine it's gonna be somewhere around 75, maybe a little bit lower. So I should be fine. But this didn't help matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the official point total for this race is going to be, but or for you in this race. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do as I'm going to bed is I'm going to go pull up Megawatt's bot, see what the heck is going on there.
Yeah. Yes. A 10-minute difference between first and third place. What the heck did he do?
Yeah, so I know he went into Mire basically right after Light World, like clearing the Light World, and after getting the hammer, it made routing kind of easy. Because like I put off Thieves Town for a bit, did Smith Chain like while I was in the village type of stuff. Like when you get the hammer early, it's fairly easy to kind of do things linearly. So I know that he ended up doing like Thieves Town, and he like routed Hype Cave into Catfish type of stuff. You do that, like you're getting lucky and getting.
And I guess he probably got that
early.
sword out of Thieves Town. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I guess it just accidentally stumbled into the perfect route.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, we mentioned about 15 minutes in that you actually had access to a lot of Mire. It's just we're like, you're not going straight to Mire. Who's doing that?
I considered it. I'm not gonna lie, I did consider it. It was just like, I don't know, I'm like 2 items, I don't know, because getting the Bombos was kind of in a weird spot, and it was just like, well, I can easily come back here anyway. I had wasted my time in desert killing Landmo on Fighter Sword and doing a couple other things, so I was like, I'll just come back here later.
And that was, of course, real fun, clearing out the front of desert and then finding the lamp.
Right. Yeah, I was pretty upset about that. In retrospect, I probably should have done Nagina first, but it's like when you get the flute, just the routing is kind of ugly that way. And what are the odds that Agina has my fire source to beat desert, right? Especially when I had the entire world open to me at that point.
Well, I mean, it's a 1 in 216 chance.
That is correct. Yes.
Coming in with the math there. Congratulations. I mean, it's definitely not actually 1 out of 216 because there are some places where the lamp just can't be. But
the thing is, it's after midnight. I'm not going to actually do math. I have the numbers right of checks in the game right in front of me.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Moogle Charm, I mean, hopefully we'll see you around tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to join that race as well. So, good luck to you and everybody else who wants to join us. There are 5 more of these qualifiers left. If you are interested in joining into this tournament, you still have some time, though you'll want to get in on all those remaining qualifiers. So
Yeah, it's
be ready for that.
yeah, it's yeah, cutting it real close.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say before we wrap things up here?
Well, just subscribe to SpeedGaming if you want to see more of this. Be sure to check out our 2 lovely racers here, Gamachu and Moogle Charm, on Twitch and various social media platforms. They're 2 very... these 2 runners do a lot here, and they're quite entertaining, if I do say so myself.
All right.
Right.
Once again, thank you to our runners. And of course, thank you to our tracker, Scott G239, for keeping up with all the icons you see on the screen. And of course, thank you to my co-commentator, Impulsive.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Yep. And thank you. It was enjoyable to commentate this one with you.
All right. Well, with that, I will just say that I have been Dr. Bobtastic, and I will see you all at a later occasion. Good night, everybody.
Good night, viewers.